What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a little bit. I'm sorry. I apologize. We are trying to slowly get back into the content. I've been super slammed in some background things that are going on, as you might have seen in the last video. But Kyle's birthday and his birthday bash at Leadfoot City is coming up very soon, so I need to get on it. We have something in store for Kyle with his birthday, because I noticed the other day, something I mentioned in one of my previous videos, is there's something hiding in here that I think Kyle completely forgot about. Let's take a peek and see what's inside. All right, guys, so what we got hiding in the shed is Kyle's old CRF 50. So if you're an OG to Kyle's channel, you probably remember him riding around this with Wyatt back in the day, probably like 10 plus years ago in the early days of his YouTube channel. But I don't know what kind of condition this is. I don't think Kyle even knows that it's here in Florida, or the fact that it's buried away, squirreled away in the shed. He probably forgot about it a long time ago. But we are going to get her cleaned up, dust it off. We're gonna go through it, and we're gonna try to get this thing running and driving and refurbished and give it back to him for his birthday this week. Let's get this thing pulled out of here and get started. All right, well, this thing in the daylight is looking pretty darn crusty. So we got a pretty rusty chain. She's pretty tight in there. It might need a new clutch, not sure, but she just got some old grime, mildew, mold. She's looking pretty rough. So we're gonna start by getting her washed up, cleaned up, get her a quick detail, not too crazy, because we still got to make sure she runs and figure out what it's going to take to get it running. So let's start with the wash first. All right, guys, so we got her all cleaned up. Well, for the most part, we're gonna get too crazy with it, but I even pulled the hand grips off, and they are literally like so old and gross. They're like melting. Like, that's pretty nasty. We're gonna get those replaced as well, but we got most of the grime and grease and mold off of it. We'll get her in the shop and start tearing into this thing and see what she needs. We got the CRF 50 in the shop. I spent a couple minutes just going over it and looking at some things and figuring out what we might need. It's missing a clutch cover. I had the brake lever on, but it's missing a couple pieces, the spring and a little cam bolt in the back, so we're gonna have to order that. I'm gonna order a new plug, a new ignition box, because this is barely even on there, so I'm sure that needs some tinkering with. The clutch cable itself, we'll probably just order another new one of those, because it is pretty stiff, and it's probably just cheaper and easier to replace the entire thing. Need some new hand grips, because these things were melting, as I said. We'll get that squared away. And we might see if we can just replace all this electronic ignition box, because some of the wires look a little melted and whatnot. Instead of probably fighting and diagnosing, it might be just easier to find a new module. We'll rewire this kill switch a little better because it is extended, and we'll probably put a little Deutsch connector on there. We're just gonna go ahead and order an entire new carb, because it's probably just way easier to do that also than try to fiddle with that thing and clean it, etc., etc. We're gonna order a new chain for it. We're gonna order a new tire for it, because it doesn't even hold air. Plus, you know, looks like Kyle did quite a few burnouts back in the day. So yeah, those are some of the things we're gonna get ordered. We'll hop on the old computer, get those things ordered, and I'll see you guys when those show up. While we're waiting for the CRF 50 parts to show up, we also have another small project to get the Supra ready for Kyle's birthday party event at Leadfoot City. And that means replacing the front lip, which is pretty beat up. The driver's side's not too bad, but the passenger side has seen some better days, and it's been like this for, well, a whole lot longer than I'd like to admit. So we did get a new one ordered that showed up the other day. Probably seen that in the last video, the box. So we're gonna get that pulled out, get her installed, unwrapped, fresh some sibing. So we'll go ahead and get that on the car and go from there. As I mentioned, while we're waiting for parts for this, we rearranged a couple of cars and we got the Supra over here on the lift. We're gonna get her up in the air and start pulling this busted lip off. Well, we got that lip off. She's pretty beat up. Only 6 bolts holding on, but let's go ahead and get our new one out and unbox. Thanks, it looks good. All right, well, we got the new one unwrapped here, and it's really pretty a simple process. As you can see, there are no holes drilled in it to mount it to the bumper itself, but you can see the old one, we just have 3 holes for the one side of the retaining clip. We have 3 holes for our modified ductwork here, and then 3 holes for the other side. So we're just gonna pretty much flip this over, set it on top, and mark our holes because we know our fitment and alignment was good from the first time we did it. So as long as the form and fitment is the exact same on the new one, it should just line up, drill some holes, and throw her back up there. So we used the old lip and flipped it over on top of it because the driver's side is touching the passenger side. We got to make sure that our holes are actually lined up. So in order to do that, we still made sure our brackets line up with the dots on here. So the studs match up with the holes, and they do. So we'll double check this side real quick and then we'll get to drilling. Well, there you have it, guys. We got the front lip all installed. I will say it was a fairly straightforward and easy process. We did have to modify it a little bit though. Unfortunately, the factory brackets only have 3 original mounting locations, but we did add one here and one here, and we did that on the opposite side as well. And that was just so we could get the front lip and the bumper to sit nice and flush. I still have to adjust this right here as the bumper's overhanging the lip just a little bit. But this side's looking nice and flush with that extra hardware in there. So yeah, she's looking great. That is the main thing that I wanted to get done this week before the event. So I do have a few other things, but I'm not sure if time will allow it. There's just a lot of other things going on in the background. But in the meantime, we're gonna get back to this sweet project here. Enzo approves, he's all sleepy back there. But we got a bunch of parts arriving for this thing this afternoon, so we're gonna start tearing this thing down in preparation for those parts. All right, well, we got the bike mostly torn down. Not completely, as you see. We didn't want to get too carried away. We want to make sure all the parts that we ordered, which I think we have most of them. Right, Enzo? We got most of them? Or are we still waiting on some more? Or I think we got most of them, but we'll take the bike back outside, clean some more of this grease and grime off now that we got it halfway taken apart, and then we'll come back in and unbox this stuff and show you guys what we're working with. All right, she's looking a little bit better now that I got the rest of the grease and grime off of it. I also got all our parts unpackaged. However, we are still missing one item, which is the new wiring harness. I figured we're gonna replace everything in the electrical system. That includes the wiring harness because it did have a melted plug and some other corrosion in it. But here's a quick rundown of all the other things that we got. So we got a new ignition coil, new spark plug. We got a new kill switch, which will also kind of tidy up the harness a bit. We got a new CDI box as well. This probably didn't need to be replaced, and I'm sure there's nothing wrong with the old stuff, but we figured, hey, why not just go through the whole bike and just make sure everything's fresh and new and she's running right. We also got a new muffler for it because it didn't have one before. Whether Kyle keeps it on because he likes loud things or not, we'll soon find out. We got some high heat paint because we're gonna repaint, clean up that header. Got some fresh oil for it. We got a brand new billet fuel cap because the old gasket was missing, so we're gonna replace that. We also got a fuel filter for the tank itself. We got a new clutch cover. We got a brand new chain that we're gonna get fitted on it. Brand new carburetor setup. We got a new clutch lever and cable. We got a new brake spring for the rear. We got a new exhaust gaskets and hardware for it. And we also got some hardware for the rear brake mechanism and brake lever. And if you notice, we also got some brand new off-road tires. For those who might have noticed, it currently has on-road tires because Kyle used to ride this thing all over Colorado on the streets, and it just made sense. But now that Kyle's got his new property and he's got tons of space out there, we figured we'd convert it back to an off-road setup and let him rip around on it. So with that said, let's get to installing some of these parts. All right, guys, so unfortunately, we had a time-lapse going and somehow my phone died or whatever, and we totally lost the time-lapse video. It is what it is, but we've still been wrenching on it in the meantime. I actually just got back from Kyle's birthday dinner tonight. It's about midnight, and we are fortunately still not done with the project. I had a couple of friends help out today. My buddy Justin and buddy Sam helped out to get a couple last-minute things done for me while I was at work today. We're gonna go ahead and finish buttoning up this thing tonight because I do not want to worry about it tomorrow. To be fair, we don't even really know if it runs yet. I did all the electronics. It sounded like it was gonna fire over, but the carb probably needs to be adjusted and all that good stuff. But before we even get into that, let's finish putting this thing completely back together and then we'll go from there. We're exhausted, but the bike is back together. Check her out. She is looking freaking sweet. Our buddy Justin, good friend of ours, wrapped this with some of the leftover MR2 wrap, if you recognize the patterns, and she's all outfitted with her brand new meaty dirt tires, recoated that exhaust, got a sweet new muffler on there, new electronics, got new carburetor, brand new chain. She is looking fresh. I guess the question now is, does it start? I guess, I don't know. We'll see. We might have to adjust the carb a little bit, but let's see if we can get her fired up. Let's see. Fuel. Choke. Neutral. Switch off. Ooh! Oh, boys! Alright, she definitely needs a tune-up, but she's running. What do you think, Ed? Not bad, huh? Hey, we got her running. That's a good start. Let's see if she goes in gear first, huh? Nope. Oh. Still a little cold. She runs and drives. We're gonna call her there for tonight. We're actually, you know what? I'm gonna put some fresh oil in it, and then we'll tinker with her a little bit in the morning when I'm got a little sleep and don't make any silly mistakes with the carburetor. So here we are. What do you think, bud? Good morning, guys. If you can't tell, I'm looking a whole lot more refreshed this morning than I did yesterday. Thankfully, I got some sleep last night. We did the oil change last night, but we got here early in the shop this morning and we went through the rest of the bike, got her dialed in. She's looking freaking awesome. Kyle's gonna love this. Well, I hope he does anyway. We just rode around a little bit, try to adjust the carb settings a little bit. She's got a little bit more tweaking to do, but she's pretty good. The one thing I wish I kind of would have ordered anyway was a new front brake lever. It is sticking a little bit, but also I think there's something wrong with the internal drum because it's also sticking if you actually pull on the lever. So we might just go ahead and order one of those for Kyle, and then, you know, he can install it whenever, or we'll do it for him when we get a chance. But yeah, I'm excited. We got a few more minutes and we got to start loading up, getting the old cars ready. It's going to be a freaking great day. There's so many people in town and I'm excited. But I guess, yeah, we'll see you at Leadfoot City, or maybe on the way if something cool happens. See you guys there. All right, guys, we're out here at Leadfoot City. We got the dirt bike unloaded, and it is parked over here by the MR2. Kyle doesn't know it's here yet, so we're gotta keep an eye out for him, so hopefully we can surprise him, but got her parked up right by the MR2. Looking freaking sweet. What a pair. What's up, Brent? What do you think?
Hey, man, how's it going?
It's been a long time since Kyle's had this thing back.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah.
And today, we get to see some ribs.
Oh, yeah.
We get to have some fun. We get to see some fire. It'll be awesome.
Dude, it's gonna be a day. So we'll come back when Kyle's around. All right, guys, we're getting all set up. Got the Supra and the Skyline all parked. Got a good time Greg in the house. Whoop whoop. I don't know if we're gonna leave the cars here. We're just keeping them out of the way because they're doing like kind of drag race pit for all the VIP guys here. So we got a bunch of cars rolling in. It's gonna be a good time today. So stay tuned. What's up, Kyle?
Oh, man.
Recognize it?
Not. Dude. You got her all back up and going again.
Absolutely.
Kyle. That is sick. Thank you, Lee. Dude, I was like, no way.
I figured
he hasn't ran in like 10 years.
That thing was good, bro.
Remember
That's
this
new.
thing?
Hell yeah.
I used to take
never
the
looked like
track in
that.
the back of my hat.
But a new chain, too?
Oh my God. And you put the rear brake back on.
You needed that for today.
Thank you, Lee.
Yeah, no problem. She still needs a little carb tuning, but I figured I'd give you something to tinker around in your spare time.
I appreciate it.
She's got all brand new electronics, new coils,
My
new
same
everything.
motor, right?
Yep. Got you some off-road meaty tires to rip around the yard.
In the shed for 6 years, 5, 6 years, collecting all kinds of, environment, twigs, bugs. That's sick. Thank you, Lee.
We brought it back to life.
It looks good, brother.
Yeah.
Damn. I remember you saying you were going to do that, and now seeing it
Right?
looks
Dude,
good.
that'll be perfect at the new place, ripping around.
You need
Got
that.
the knobbies on it now.
Yeah, we
need
converted her
this.
back
Wow.
to an actual CRF 50 because we figured you got the property now, place to rip around, and
That's
You're
sick.
30 now, so it's going to be harder to get around.
Yeah.
Now you got this.
yeah, don't fall off of it. It takes longer to heal now that you're in your 30s.
Yeah, this guy would know. So let's get a picture of this thing.
Well, as you guys see, Kyle loves it. He's already ripping on it. Absolutely awesome. So just so you guys know, I wasn't the only one who did this because obviously I don't wrap anything. Justin did. So he's honestly the one doing all the like behind the scenes stuff that you see in the shop, wrapping all the cars in behind the scenes. And then I had Sam go take the wheels off and drop them off. So big shout out to him because I would have never got that done because I had to work Friday. So yeah, but we made it work. What are you doing, Jamie? Trying to go fast?
Yeah, just trying to fix some speed sensors right
Oh,
now.
perfect, easy.
We
I won't-
downloaded it the other day, so I got the dyno stuff done. Now we're doing all the
Nice.
tedious shit.
I won't show the viewers the tune, you know. I want to keep your secret secret.
I mean, it's just a red one. Whatever Steve-O wants to get.
Yeah, there you go. He said something about the up arrow. All right, guys, we got Chris up there in the jet van making a pass. What? I can't hear a thing. That's a spicy meatball, Greg.
My tuner's right here. He said okay.
Gathered across that center row, 6.6
don't recognize this car, this is the twin engine Prelude, and this thing is sweet. All right, guys, we got Amber in the twin engine Prelude and Greg over there in the CRV. This is gonna be awesome. That CRV is rowdy.
Hey, somebody get the lights. You think we planned all this, didn't you? It's the most amazing thing ever.
Got Chris on the mini bike. So we do want the
Let's go!
You're gonna hit first. are still very hot.
I love it. I'm gonna steal this car in a second.
He would have burned it down, man. Hey, you know what? This thing's working. All right, so we got the car cooled down, and we just took a little quick gander, put some water in it, because we were just going to move the car, and we took a little closer look. Here's our point of failure. I guess this is why we got second, not first. She just sprung a small leak in the old vacuum cap for the coolant hose, and she be what it be. So we're just going to find a nipple for that and get her fixed up, full of water, and we're going to drive her home, because, you know, TJZs are badass and, you know, basically the best in the world. So,
Like, did it run?
It will.
It's good?
The vacuum cap sprung a leak, so we're just put a vacuum cap on it, fill it with water, and we're good to go. We're gonna drive her home.
I'm glad you didn't hurt her. You committed though.
I did.
If Mike didn't get back in time, I was almost gonna give the win to Lee because
Yeah.
I was being nice to him and the crowd wanted that final battle, but you were sending.
I definitely sent it harder than I anticipated, but I'm glad that we put on a show for everybody, so that was most
Glad
important.
you made it out, man.
It was awesome. All right, we gotta get out of the way. These boys are pushing cars. Well, we'll see you guys tomorrow, or whenever.
Never.
Monday. See you Monday?
We're done. No, probably not, but.
All right. All right, boys, you know what? I think that's going to wrap up this video. As always, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.